some pancakes.
Hello, everybody. T3 Pancakeo here with
Obi-Wan Kenobi.
and we are back with a Sims 4 reaction video. So, first of all, I've been awake for 25 hours because I started a new overnight job, and between working graveyard last night and then babysitting this morning, I've nodded off a few times. So it's not a straight 25, but yeah, I'm like really loopy.
Chuck Bauer doesn't have anything on you.
Let's just dive in. What are you thinking?
So it seems to me that they're attempting to make another similar sort of storyline game like Strangerville, but with Star Wars.
And the tagline at the end was like, create your story. So I feel like this one may not be one path to follow. I mean, we know that Strangerville, you could get there multiple ways. There were different paths, but I feel like maybe there's more opportunity to create with this version.
I just don't see how this is going to merge in to regular gameplay.
I mean, we're getting the Millennium Falcon before cars.
Well, and I just don't see like the replayability of it. I mean, it seemed just from, I mean, I'm trying to have an open mind.
Yeah.
I'm trying to have an open mind. But just from what I've seen, it looks like we are getting a Star Wars game instead of a Sims game. Yeah. And I love the Star Wars game. I have whatever the one that came out. Oh, I forget what it's called. But I'm playing that. I'm playing one on my PlayStation. It's fun. It's great. But that's not what I'm looking for when I'm playing The Sims. If I want to play Star Wars, I go play my Star Wars game. When I'm playing The Sims, I want to play The Sims.
Yeah, I have a lot of feelings. I do
too. I just want to play The Sims, and this isn't The Sims.
It's not. I think, so part of me feels like, you know, a stuff pack. Like Moschino was a stuff pack. And so, and IKEA years ago was a stuff pack. So I feel like these merging collaborative projects are better suited for stuff packs. That being said, I mean, we'll see what the gameplay is. I am also a very realistic game player, so yeah, this is not, I mean, it'll be fun to explore and dink around, but I don't, like, at least with Strangerville, you can use those build buy items pretty, you can implement them into your regular gameplay really well.
Well, Strangerville is one of my favorite towns. I love living in there. And the build buy stuff I love. I build with it constantly. So it's like, even though I love the storyline, but even once I got through it, even though it only took me like 3 or 4 hours to get through it.
You're not boring me.
No. Pause for possible edits of yawns. Once I got through it, like, I still like have that. I still use the town and use the stuff, so the pack is still usable.
Yeah.
I don't know. I'm very. There's not enough information out for me to be like super disappointed, but I'm super disappointed.
I will start with
saying, I'm hoping I'm wrong. I'm hoping.
I mean, I'll start by saying I'm gonna buy it because I'm a completionist and we'll buy all of them. And
I haven't even bought the knitting stuff yet.
Oh, I have finally. So I'm gonna get it, and
I'm gonna get it.
I'm trying to keep my optimism high, but here are my thoughts as of this moment. I feel like we already have Star Wars stuff in the game. I feel like it maybe should have been a stuff pack. I hate it when other people say, "Oh, I wish it had been a different pack," because it's just it sounds so entitled. But I just, historically speaking, these types of collaborations have been stuff packs. So I think it would be an easier pill to swallow if it was a stuff pack, perhaps, because when it's a game pack, it's like bigger scale. So it's kind of like, you know, okay, well, what is it? Is this going to be full enough to actually be satisfying? I also think that I would be more excited if it hadn't leaked, because when it leaked, I was kind of like, really? I hope that's not what it is. And I thought it'd be really cool if it wasn't that, but like it was some red herring or something. So the fact that we've had weeks now to, sit with this, that I think kind of lessened the reveal. I think that them tweeting yesterday saying to log on at 11 and then it being an hour and 10 minutes later.
So I started to watch that and I was like, well, I gotta work. I can't just sit here and watch commercials.
Yeah.
So I turned that off. Then I got an alert on my phone that The Sims 4 had posted on their YouTube page. And so I watched that.
See, I watched the live feed with all those trailers and I was nodding off. And so they had the leak and then they told us to watch at 11. And then an hour and 10 minutes later, there was a like Star Wars game and a new Star Wars game they were talking about. And I'm kind of like, okay. Well, first there was another game that he was like, here's a game combination you probably never saw coming. And I kind of rolled my eyes like, this is gonna be the Star Wars and Sims one. But it was like Breaking Bad and something else. And I was like, well, all right, maybe it won't be Star Wars. And then they were talking about a Star Wars game. I'm like, oh no, it's gonna segue into the Sims after this. And then I think I nodded off. And then I woke up to Sims dressed as Star Wars characters. And I was like, wait, back up. And then I was thinking, oh, well, maybe I can get on board with this if it's like they're talking about the Star Wars EA game and then it just morphs in the same advertisement into like the Sims. And I'd be like, okay, that's kind of a fun way to like reveal it. But no, it was like the Star Wars game ended and it's like their release date. And then he's like, and speaking of Star Wars, it inspired the next Sims game. Take a look. And I'm like, okay, that's like the worst. Okay, so all pretexts of like surprise and I don't know. I hated the leak. I hated the hour and 10 minute wait before it got to The Sims. I hated the way that it just was announced.
Mm-hmm.
That all said, I liked the minute-long trailer or whatever. It was very... I only watched it once.
Same here. Well, honestly, I think I'll have fun playing it.
Yeah, it'll be fun to explore.
Honestly, I think I'll have fun playing it as a Star Wars game.
Yeah.
And like with the Sims sort of like interactions.
I don't know. I mean, I'm excited, but I wanted something more realistic.
Yes, there was one after I watched the video on the Sims YouTube channel, it had like 300 something comments, and so I just clicked on it just to see like, and the very first one I saw, it made me laugh so hard, and I didn't see who it was, otherwise I'd say her name, but it was, can I just have generations and good babies and better babies? It made me laugh so hard. And it's like,
that's all we want.
I mean, we just want basics. And that's kind of where my point is coming from.
Mm-hmm.
With The Sims, when I'm going down to play The Sims, I just want The Sims.
Yeah.
I'm going for that game. Like, that's what I want when I'm playing The Sims.
And that being said, I'm sure there are people out there that are like super pumped about this because
for sure.
Done. And so I'll let them have that. And I'm not saying this shouldn't have been made. I'm not saying I'm even okay with it being a game pack now. I only mentioned it as a stuff pack because that was just a fleeting thought that I had. Mm-hmm. But I'm excited to see where it goes. But I just, it's hard for me to be excited. And I swear if Nancy Landgrab shows up on this world at the bar with all the aliens because our townies don't know how to stay in their own worlds, I'm gonna be real annoyed.
Or who's the really famous woman?
Judith Ward.
Judith Ward. You know she's gonna show up.
Judith Ward is gonna be bopping around. Is it Batuu?
And then she's gonna like freaking like Han Solo is gonna like
oh my god. If that happens I don't know.
Yeah, so I mean my big takeaway is I'm excited for it as a Star Wars game, not excited for it as a Sims game.
Yeah.
That's kind of my takeaway.
Well, thank you guys so much for watching.
And that's insert Star Wars pun here.